Okay, here's the metronome. We're going to be doing the textbook version, and then we're going to go into more variations later. But you're going to have your metronome at 54 beats a minute. You're going to instruct your child to have their hands go at a circle, and you're going to have them hit the beat with their clap. And you want to do this for a minute. And for demonstration purposes, we're just going to go through this. And so I want you to see how it should look. But you want to make sure that they're able to get good circles, good shoulder circles. If you see one arm moving instead of both at the same time, you need to correct that. So let's just go to the next step. So go ahead and with your right hand. Yep, so this is where they're going to be learning also too, their left and rights as they're going through. You want to make sure their arm goes all the way up to a T parallel to the ground. You did a good job. And then they're going to hit their leg with the sound. And you're watching for good control and right on the beat, which is doing great. Okay, so after a minute of doing this, you're going to go to the other hand. Excellent. Now, right now, this is all auditory. We don't have any headphones. He doesn't see a visual metronome. This is purely ambient noise. Okay, so the next step we like to do is the crossover. So you're going to use the right hand and left leg, and you're going to bring the left leg up, and you're going to hit the knee at the same time as the sound. And you want to sit here a little bit, make sure they understand, and they're getting into the groove. Once they have their groove going, they're doing well, encourage them. You're doing great. You want to make sure the hand is able to come up as, there you go. You want to have good motion in the upper and lower extremities. And at 54 beats a minute, it may be quick or too quick for them, but we want to work up to that, so you could always slow it down. But you want to do after a minute. This is really working the shoulder muscles as well as the hip flexors and that cross pattern, crossing the midline pattern, that's important. Again, that left and right brain talking to each other. Okay, we're always looking for fatigue. So after we do a minute of this, we're going to go to the next one. So left hand up, there you go. And if they need to take a beat or two in between transition, that's fine. Just want to make sure that they're able to stay focused. Good. Now, after a minute, again, for demonstration purposes, we're just going to cut it a little shorter. So now we're going to go to standing straight with no movement, relax. Okay, then take your right foot and then tap the tape in front of you with your right foot. There you go. Here you go. You want to have the foot go moving backwards and forward, because if they just hover over the tape and they're just tapping the tape, that's not what we want to see. We want to see good motion forward and backwards. Good balance on that left leg, and nice coming back and forth. If they need to touch the ground when they come back with their foot, that's totally fine. We just want to make sure that they're touching the tape with the beat. Good. And the more fatigued they get, they may try to hover over the tape, but just remind them to keep moving back and forth. Good. Now we're going to go to the left foot and do the same thing. And you can get really creative with this. You could do multiple different body movement, cross pattern. This is just a basic series that I like to utilize. You get a nice window how their coordination, how their auditory processing is doing with body movement. we're looking for any abnormal movement of any other extremity. We call those overflow movements, or their mouth, or squinting, hard concentration. We want to make sure that this is seamless and this is easy for them to do. So here you want to re-instruct them, be like, okay, make sure that your toe touches the tape with every beat. And if they have to reset, yep, totally fine. You want to make sure that perfect practice makes perfect. So as best we can, we want to help them and encourage them and instruct them through this process. Okay, but after a minute, you want to have them now alternate both feet. And there you go. And this is the basic textbook version with ambient noise, no headphones or no visual cues. And we'll show you some variations here in a little bit. Good job.